just 2 more rows and I'm good to go. Yeah, I'm shutting this tractor down. Give me a half an hour for a shave and a shower, and I'll be outside your house. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight. Might have a little mud on my wheels, but they gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the club, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but we're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. Yeah, girl. Got a little dirt on my boots. Hard as I worked all day, I'm gonna work harder loving on you. Spin you all over that dance floor, right out of them high heel shoes. And when you're ready to quit, baby, we can slip right out of that barroom door. And when I take you home, don't worry, babe, I'm gonna kick them off.
What's up, guys? We are about to start this up. This is the 6th weekly Naked Sunday Scrimmage for PUBG Mobile. I am H Crusader. I'll be your host for this evening, and we have a ton of Naked staff helping in the back end, trying to work this thing out. So, what's different? We are starting at 5 p.m. That's right, we're starting at 5 rather than 8. The reason is because there's going to be an update in PUBG Mobile. Hopefully, the snow map. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not sure, but in any case, we have to start our scrimmage earlier, so we're going to start it at 5. We have a bunch of good teams out there. I'll name them off right now. We got Naked, Off, G25, Conform, TUF, FG, LMS, SGE, DSG, RC, Wolverines, GAL, PG, GZF, SK, DKZ, SBL, SL. Again, so we have 18 teams in this right now, and thank you everybody who was able to confirm and participate with a late notice of starting off early. We really appreciate all these teams that are jumping in. If you might have noticed, this is a different system, completely different. I'm working off with the laptop rather than my iPad. You'll be seeing a lot more of this, a lot more intricate. I'm expecting to do a lot more things, just one step at a time. I only have so much hours in the day, so bear with me as I get this thing more and more complex and more entertaining for you guys. So right now, we're just waiting on everybody to join in on the lobby. We got 55 in there. Given that we have 18 teams, times that by 4, we should have roughly 80 or 72. 72 to be exact, but there might be some teams that aren't a complete 4, so I would think we're going to get something a high 60, maybe even the 72 possibly. So we're looking forward to everything. I'm going to keep the music going, and I'll be back to you guys soon. Thanks for joining in.
It's the ultimate personalized gift.
Done. I'm getting them for everyone. This holiday season, give the gift of a DNA kit from 23andMe. Get 30% off each kit at 23andme.com/Pandora. Offer ends December 25th.
Skirt 34, thank you for coming back. I know you guys always watch. I appreciate that. And country music's where it's at, man. That's what I like to watch or listen to. So if you guys have any requests, sorry, not doing it. I like my music. Just the way I do things.
Some guy tried to cut in, you took my hand and we pretended like I was your guy. Whoa, and I tried to guess your middle name. For 30 minutes, bet we played that game. That mango reader you were drinking in that Coldplay song that you were singing, and I bet right now you're probably thinking that it's crazy. I remember every detail, but I do. From your blue jeans to your shoes, girl, that night was just like you, unforgettable. We were dancing, we were buzzing, taking shots like it was nothing. Did the running, man, you loved it, yeah, you laughed out loud. You brushed away your blonde hair and you kissed me out of nowhere. I can still show you the spot where everything went down. Whoa, I told you I was gonna marry you. You probably didn't think that it was true. That made
One other thing I wanted to mention is that this is going to be on a 2-minute delay. So if you guys don't, if I don't respond quick enough, you guys might notice that. Mostly because it's on a 2-minute delay. So every now and then I might say like, thank you, RY African King for the hello. And Hydrobum, thanks for joining in. So stuff like that. I'll be in a 2-minute delay. I apologize if it's difficult because I love entertaining the people that are in the chat. And part of that is kind of talking to you guys. So this makes it a little bit difficult. Hopefully you guys can talk to each other and kind of make this thing something special for me and the rest of the Naked crew. So thanks, and I'll be starting. We'll be starting soon. I'll let you guys know. I'll be definitely posting and viewing it when it begins. We got 63 in the chat or in the lobby. 63. That's about the number I'm thinking we're gonna be starting with. It's gonna be either a high 60, low 70. So we're almost there. Just making sure we get all the teams in here and not leaving some people out. We will try to get this done as soon as possible. I'm thinking we're going to start exactly at 5, given the amount of people who just joined in. Thanks guys in the lobby for doing this so quickly. I know sometimes it can be a while for teams to pop in. So this definitely helps with us, and appreciate it. So everyone watching, clip the action. I'll be doing the same thing to get make sure all these teams have some sort of viewingship, and so everyone can see what everyone's doing. Appreciate it, guys.
In your drive, do you wanna go downtown? Maybe have a little $1 wine. Do you wanna go out to the country and maybe blow all our money on some sugar at the truck stop and some scratch-offs? See if we can get lucky. Oh, I gotta know what's going on in your beautiful mind. Baby, don't be shy and tell me now, do I make you wanna dance real slow? Go flying down a 2-lane road, find a limb to hang your clothes. Do I make you wanna let your hair down, play a little truth or dare now? Act just like you don't care now, girl, when I come around. Tell me, do I make you wanna stay up to the sun, howl at the moon? Baby, tell me the truth. Do I make you wanna karaoke in the neon light? Go to Vegas, stay up all night. See if we can find a cheap flight. Little 7, come 11, baby, roll those dice. Do I make you feel pretty? Do I make you wanna lean back, lay back and kiss me? Do you wanna roll with me to the mountain, to the beach, to a party in the city? Do you wanna take in a Broadway show? Or maybe just lay low. I gotta know now. Do I make you wanna dance real slow?
Yep. So we are just about starting. We got what do we have? How many do we have? 71. Yep, 71 in the lobby. About to begin. Thank you everyone for joining in again. Doesn't get much better than this, having all these guys supporting us and making this scrimmage successful, being able to play for us even on short notice where we made it from 5 to 8 or 8 to 5. So thank you guys, and we'll begin shortly. If you guys want to join in on these scrimmages, again, some of the best. We got G25 in here. We got Off Esports. We got TUF, FG, Conform. We got a ton of teams that are participating, and some of them pro, some of them amateur. You guys want to be one of those amateur teams that kind of comes into the scene looking really good and participating and playing like champs. You guys can do this. You guys can be participating in this scrimmage. All you have to do is go to my profile, hit the link on the Discord link, and you can register there for next Sunday. Now, you gotta wait. After these 3 matches, that's when registration starts. That's when all the teams can begin to register, which means it's a first come, first serve registration. That means right after the match ends, you try to be one of the first ones, because I would say after the first or second day, all the seats are filled. And so if you want to participate, begin registration now. Now there's something I was just thinking about. We are starting qualifiers for the Sunday scrimmage. That would be something new. and we're going to begin this coming week. So we're going to be registering people for Wednesday, and we're going to be registering people for Friday. And I could be wrong, actually. It could be Tuesday or Thursday. It's very new. Sorry, it's a little bit unorganized on our part, but we are trying to get these 2 qualifiers. We have so many people who want to play, we don't want to leave anyone out, that we're going to do this way. We're going to have 2 qualifying matches. Let's say 20 teams in each. 10 teams from each qualifying match will make it to the next round and then participate in the Sunday scrimmage. That's something we're starting, and we're going to be starting that this coming week, and we look forward to you guys registering for those. More details will be on that. I'll be sure to have on the Discord, all that information is going to be on there. We're going to get that all squared away for you guys so you guys don't have any confusion. You can also ask the team leaders about what's going on about new scrimmages or new tournaments. It's fine with us. So we are just about getting started. We have the 76, I thought I saw 77, and I can't wait. We got Naked Crew on top there on the top left, G25 on the team 3. Team 4, let's Conform. That's a whole new one I had not seen before. TUF, that's a team we've seen and participate well. We have FG. They're really good. LMS obviously performs well. Trying to see any new teams out there. I think the Wolverines is a new team that is on team 11. They're going to want to show what they got against some of these more experienced teams. I don't know how long they've been playing, but they're new to this scrimmage, let me tell you that. We got SL, Silent, that's not Silent Kill, but we got a ton of cool teams, new teams, and old, and the ones you like and the ones you love. So we will get started. We got this going on. I'm going to take off the music, and we are about to begin. I'm going to get my music off on my earphones. There we go. Now I can hear clearly what's going on in game. If you guys have any issues with what you see and what you hear, I love constructive criticism. This is a new system after all, so I really appreciate you guys helping me out with all that info. Looks like we got Naked Shane jumping the platform here. Don't do it, man. You have so much to live for. He's trying to throw one at G25. He just gets short. So, if you guys are unaware of what PUBG is, which I'm sure you guys all know, being all on Omelette, Twitch, or YouTube, PUBG Mobile is a game played on your iPad or your iPhone or your tablet or your cellular device. And it's just like PUBG, where you guys are in a battle royale game, a bunch of teams dropping down from the plane, and then the circle gets smaller and forcing everyone to get closer, and last team survives. So, right now we got this plane running. We got all the teams in it, and they're about to parachute down. Let's take a look at the line. So this is the line the plane is riding along. We got pretty much a horizontal line. It's always different. This one is pretty middle, so everyone will have space to move to different locations and not have to worry so much about the teams around them. Now, there always is a chance that people will land in the same place, and that's when the action begins. We got 16, 4, and 6 already jumped. 16 looking to go to Lipovka. 4 looks like Novo, unless they're Milta, but it seems like they're going for it all the way, and they're going to be alone over there, which is very nice for them, because Novo is a great place to land. We have Naked, that's why you hear the jump right now, as they are team number 1 as we're following them. On the map, as you can see, they're about to parachute down. They are jumped and ready to go. Typically, teams will stay together. You don't want to stray away too far in order to help each other up. And all the teams are pretty separated. The north seems to be pretty packed together. There might be Rozhawk, possibly. Maybe a hot spot at the moment. Let's take a look at Team 21 as they are about to land on top of another team, Team 10. Team 21, D&D, Death and Destruction, they are really good. They always participate and perform really well. They've been in the #1 spot a few times. In the last match, they were not, so I think they're going to want to step it back up and get back on top of the standings. So we got Team 10 next to them. Team 10 should be RC. They are here as well. They do well. Let's go and look at the map in more aerial view. This is what I can do as we look around. RC is Reaper Company. They are a professional team as well. They do very well here. They got 3rd place in the last 2 weeks, and out of 20 to 25 teams usually, that's pretty impressive. So let's see if they can start to get that #1 spot over what is G25, who currently holds the reins right now, as they got #1 last week. D&D has taken different sides of the map here. They are across the street and they are in different buildings. It could be good to get different flanking maneuvers in, but it's tough to pick somebody up if someone gets knocked on your team. So we'll see how that works out for D&D as they spread themselves a little bit wider than Reaper Company is doing right now. All three of their players are in one building while the other is in another. Taking some shots. Kern gets knocked and is down. He will probably get revived, is why it's nice to have teammates in the same building, because they can get the revive immediately. D&D will not push. It's going to be difficult for them to push across the street in the wide open while 3 other players on Reaper Company is still up. Cars coming through, I think I heard, but don't see. They must be going around. D&D's, I think, making a little bit more of a push here on the opposite side of the street. Triggs right there. Let's take a look at what he can see. As it looks like there's more into it than just that. He's getting some shots onto Reaper Company, but not getting a hit there. D&D Blondish. He's also on the side where Reaper Company is. He's got his Uzi out. Good, not long distance weapon. I don't know if that's going to be helpful in this situation, but these teams know a lot and they may surprise us. Yank this. Made his way to the opposite side of the street as well to Reaper Company. Let's take a look at Reaper Company and see how they're holding up as they are more closely held together. Jennifer's the one that's on her own, next to them in a different house. Let's see, Reaper Kern. See, these are the guys who are together in the same house. They're trying to get all the angles and make sure they're not getting hit. Ooh, it looks like one of their players on Reaper Company almost got downed. Blondish right there in the ready. He's trying to peek. Oh, he's hitting the window, and that's always a tough thing, even though you can see the opponent. Gotta watch out, you're not hitting the windowsill. Alright. Oh, 2 knock. This is not good for Reaper Company at the moment. They're throwing grenades up now. They're getting a push in. They almost got the finish, and they did get the finish. Yank this, also getting the hits. And D&D showing what they got, as they usually do. Doing really well. They got 1 knocked, but they will get the revive. And that's a squad right. That's right there. So, as you can hear, that was not good for them, and they know it. So, they will not move on that one. We'll see who finishes, as D&D is making a great start. So, 13. Interesting spot for them, as they are next to Team 11. They are right next to them. I think they know each other are there. They're both looking at each other. We're hoping to see peeking going on for them to shoot at. Using these walls is very important, staying close, not trying to peek too much. At the same time, they do want to get the visuals. So, let's look out this way again. And peek out. Now, Purpose Gaming, really good team. They're always on the top as well. I know I've said a lot of teams have been on top, but those 3 have generally been at G25, D&D, and Purpose Gaming, Reaper Company. I'll say 4. Those are the guys that are usually on top. So Purpose Gaming now making their push toward the Wolverines. TW Red Devil, really good player. I've been playing with him a few times, and he is ready. He's been telling me he's been ready for this competition for the last week, and he's excited to perform. So we'll see how they do here and perform. It looks like one of their players is hurt. He's getting revived right now, and hopefully they can get the revive and make this an even 4v4 match before Purpose Gaming comes along. Tough move as they just get the revive, but he is knocked, and they get both of them. They're probably going to finish him off here as the 4 just completely destroy those two. It's going to be tough for the Wolverines to make it up for that, as now it's 2v4. They might want to push back. That might be the smart move here, unless they think they're all in one house, so maybe they can get all in one shot, but it's going to be difficult, as this is a very good team. They even notice Red Devil, and he gets knocked from so far. He's getting pushed by Russell. I don't know if he's going to be able to go across the street and get the help, as Lightfoot over here is going to try to get the revive. Very good teammate. We'll see if it pays off, though. It's going to be difficult as they're getting pushed at the same time. And once they make it over, even if he gets a revive, it will still be a 2v4 and very close. It's going to be tough. Oh, shoot. Alright, so I hear that we're stuck in the loading screen, so I have to change that. I'll be right back, hopefully getting that fixed. Alright, I see the problem. I'm sorry about that. Let me redo this. I apologize. Technical difficulties are going to happen, unfortunately, and we will get this running right back up. So we'll be right back into it. It'll tell us to re-enter the match, which will be great because that's what we want to do. We want to get right back into it. I hate it when it happens. It didn't happen all through testing, and it's happening right now. But it shouldn't happen continuously. These things happen. It's just the way it goes. But we'll get these fixed so we don't have them in the future as much as possible. So it's loading up the screen. Let's see if it's loading on our stream. It is, which is good. It is a bit zoomed in, so let's fix that as well, as we want to edit this. There we go. Yep, I'm glad we're getting these fixed now. I don't want them to be issues in the future. So bear with me as we go along. Right back into it. Let's see. You guys still see it? I hope it fixed the issue. I'm going to take a look and see what you guys are seeing and make sure it does exactly that. I got to pay attention more. I know I only have one screen, so bear with me. I appreciate the hold up, and we are ready to go. I think we are set. Let me know in the future as well if this is a continuous problem, and keep on informing me. Appreciate it. So we got Team Naked, as they are team number 1. That's where we come into. And they are alone, and they got... Oh, Shane is by himself, and he lost 2 of his players, so that is unfortunate for them. It looks like Team 13, Purpose Gaming, did beat the Wolverines and managed to win that 4v2 as expected, as they are a really good team. It's just difficult to overcome such odds with the 4v2. 19 versus 5. 19 is 19. I'm not sure who 19 is. As JN, that's a new team I've never seen before. I love watching new teams perform. I can't wait to see what they can do. Team 5, that is TUF. We've seen them plenty, and they usually do well. So we'll see how they do it against JN. Let's pop it out to the map, to the. Ooh, they get a knock on Crispin. And they get both. That's it for TUF, as JN showing them what the newcomers can do. Making their way, doing really well here. Good job. Let's see what we got. As you guys know, I always go for where the action is the most. And Are we still loading? Oh, we're good. I'm just paying attention. I'm just one. I don't want to miss out on some of this stuff. I think we're loading in correctly. I hope it is for you guys. He's got a bike here, and he's trying to do a backflip. Very good. Lands it. Alright, I'm expecting this one to be good too. I love doing this in my own gameplay. That's a nice backflip. Almost lands it. Alright, I'm going to take a look around. We got a team 20 right next to another here. Against team 19, War. Against that team that we just saw do a squad wipe here, and JN. Ooh, Rain. Doing some knocking damage against Insane. Ooh, he's pushing up. He's going to get this knock if he can, yeah. Oh, maybe he's going to wait. He's not going to thirst nobody. He wants all of them at once. They're leaving him. He can tell his teammates all they want, it seems. But Ward knows where they are. And some nice shots. It looks like he has the M249. That's going to be M24. But and he gets 2 knocks. Zero's the only one left on War. They're not even going for the third. Oh, Rain gets knocked quickly. Making it 3v1. 3v2. I mean, ooh, 2v1. Zero doing a lot of good damage here. Let's see if he gets healed up. His teammates are left over there. Stranded. No one else around. Zero hurting too. He's going to try to get JN over here. A lot of teams spread out here. A lot of knocks going around. And it looks like JN will get one of the revives while Zero just needs to do a little bit of healing before making his way out again. I think he knows he's not going to get the heals or the revives on his teammates. He's going to thirst one. He's just waiting. Throwing smokes, very good idea from part of JN as they went for the revive. They're both pretty full up, and they will get a third revive here. I think in a tournament level like this, especially early in game, you want to make sure you get your teammates up and not lose them, because at the end of the match, you're going to need them, especially when the circle gets so close. Each teammate will be helpful for the revive. Now, that being said, each time someone gets knocked, the health bar while you're knocked gets quicker and quicker. So trying to revive somebody after a few times is going to be difficult. So they just finish him off. And that is it for War. War does, I want to say, does really well as well. I guess a lot of teams do in these scrimmages. But JN, that was two different teams that they fought pretty simultaneously. And they did a really good job. So let's take a look at Team 8 as they might be pushed on by a car here by Team 7. As another one's really close to them. They're looking toward FG. And they do hear the car too. That's why he turned and is looking. I hear it as well in my ears. They're going around a bit. And it looks like some shots are being fired at the same time. So Team 7 still in that car, but it looks like they're driving way away, so I don't think they're going to get any hits on them now. Yep, they are over the hill and through the woods, if don't mind saying folklore. 3 is Intaverni. They're all by themselves. Team 1 over on the top left by Zarky. Just Shane alone. He's going to have to do the survival mode and not engage so much unless it's absolute impossible. Or he's just in complete trouble and has to fight his way out. 13 and 21 right next to each other. It looks like Perp is gaming against D&D. Now these two teams, very strong. Love to see what happens here. Shooting through the window. I didn't see anybody through it. But it looks like they got Blondish right there. They're pushing now, but Steven might pushed in the wrong time as he got hit. He lost 50% of his health already. They are going to get the revive. Steven is able to push far enough where they get a better spot to kind of take them down. Let's take a look at the map and focus on what's going on around. Peril pushing a little bit farther than Steven. Triggs, D&D, Yank This, and Savage all in the same place. And when I say D&D, I mean Blondesh. They have a ton of people who got knocked. It looked like they got 3 knocked. Luckily, 2 of them already revived, and the other one just got revived at this moment. So they should be getting all back into the right spots, making this an even match again, 4v4. Steven using the smoke to push. It's kind of tough to push, as that is what I was talking about, or just about to. Being in the wide open space, trying to push is very difficult. No cover other than your own smoke, but you can shoot right through that. Jason! Ooh. One more shot would have done it, as he will survive and make it into the house. Now Russell's trying to make it back to the house as well and see if he can do it. They're throwing smokes for him to make a nice trail, and it looks like they can get away with that. They're shooting through the smoke as Russell is being picked up. D&D I don't think is going to push, because it'll be tough to push with the same problem Purpose Gaming had, and that is going through this open space without cover. So they've been trading knocks, and as imagined, they're able to pick everybody up. Very good. And so they are back to 4v4. It's tough when you have this open space in between. I'm telling you, you can't push. Luckily, the circle is in for both of them, so none of them have to move. But PG could swerve more to the north. Now, if they did that, move more to the north, they could block 21 from coming back into the next circle. But I think the smarter move would be more back into Georgia Pole, as they are doing right now. Very smart, and they'll be safe, while Team 21 just is staying in the house. Team 4, EXP against Team 3, which is G25. G25, as we all know, is a very good team. Any team that can take them down gets some bragging rights, as you guys know. It comes with the territory of having a big name. So let's see. They're next to 3, but I don't think they know they're there. I don't think they know G25 is down that hill. They're mostly just keeping this hill to themselves, making sure no one is in their proximity and looking around. So that's a smart move. You know, having a nice top shot against people is pretty good. Obviously, you know, you want to have height advantage. But having Team 3 getting closer, and it seems like they're getting closer. Look at the map. They are getting closer to them. I don't know if G25 knows. Okay, they're looking right at their complex. Okay, so he backs up. I wonder if he knows they're there. He didn't see anyone at the complex, though. And he's still searching around. We're going to see and make sure we're not missing anything as we take a look at other teams here. 14 making his way. Team 14 making their way in as they are getting shot at as well. Or doing the shooting. They're going right to 4. This is going to be tough, as they are landing on top of them. Oh man, D&D just into a trap. He gets 1 knock, but that's it. And they won't get the they won't get the thirst, so they got nothing to show for it. The immediate hits. Someone clip that, please. That was amazing. Team 4 holding down the top spot. Very good job against a tough team. G25 must have heard all those shots. It'd be interesting to see what they do. They get a shot here. I think EXP Beach just did a nice hit on one of their players. It looks like he has, what is that? I want to say a Car 98 or an M249 or M24. Obviously both very good guns. Yeah, it sounds like a nice gun. So let's see what else we got around. As even though they're shooting, they're kind of far away. I don't think they're going to have much problems on either side here. Team Another car? Okay, they have their own car and they're driving. Yeah. So, we're going to take a look at other places along the map. We got 14. Team 14, GZ. We haven't seen them today. And we haven't seen them in previous matches. They're, I guess, more toward themselves. They have Team 9 on their east side. And Team 3 is driving along, but I think they'll get by just fine. Both teams are going to have to make their way in. They might actually see each other as they do that, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I think they're going to both make it into the next circle. Let's zoom in over here into this map so we can have a better shot at seeing what's going on. 14, 6, and 9. All these teams on the right are making their way in. Looks like 19 is going to be a focal point. Team 3 is making their way over to them. And I was right here. G25. Oh, they got the knock on 2 of them. One on JN, and one on G25. They're shooting from the corner. They get 2 knocks here. JN, as we know, the 2 squad wipes. Can they make it 3? They do get the revive. Ooh, PG is in there. I didn't know that they pushed in from the back, as Purpose Gaming has just taken over and took down JN. Purpose Gaming now is against G25, as they were just wanting all the action for themselves instead. They weren't going to wait for this to end. Oh, that's an interesting spot to be, right at the cliff, as we have 4 different teams hanging around here. C9 gets taken out with a knock. GZF all the way from pretty far away though. Looks like Twinkle is in the car just healing up. Oh no, he's knocked in behind the car. G25, they are on the outskirts of this house as Purpose Gaming has taken over this building. Having a building is nice, but it can be dangerous as everyone knows where you are. EXP, they are safe on that harbor side. And Team Naked, along with Team SBL, also have harbor side on the far end. It looks like this is more of the battle right here. G25 is facing PG. Ooh, nice thrown grenade, but no one was on top outside, so everyone will be fine. They'll slow down now, as they are just feeling each other out. Let's take a look inside and see how they are positioned. They are on the stairwell. One's coming outside. Don't want to miss it. It looks like G25 has taken this outside, and they need to make their way into the next circle as well. Ooh, they're getting shot from a different angle here against EXP. It's tough to shoot when the next circle is next. You got to make sure you're going to get into that next circle. Making yourself known by shooting toward people that's already in the next circle is kind of tough, as they will know exactly where you are, especially from this distance. The most you can do is a knock, and you won't get to be able to push and thirst if you shoot from this far. So it'd be tough for G25. They got a car. That is good for them. PG is kind of stuck in this house. Do they even have a vehicle? They do have a vehicle, but it'll be tough to get it and go. G25 right next to them, and EXP just hanging on the end of the next circle. Oop. Yep, let's take a look. SBL making his way over. G25 got lost another one to a knock. Looks like they're going to revive him as well. The circle though, 30 seconds. Tough timing for both teams to get out of there, even though they're facing against each other. Both good smokes being thrown to give cover. But man, they are just hurting each other and not much else. I mean, all the other teams, I'm sure, are very happy that this situation is occurring. These two teams might even kill each other, as this blue zone is going to be a problem, especially with this next circle being so small. Each circle getting smaller creates more damage. It looks like PG is trying to get out. I don't know what's going on. They're not able to move forward, it seems. They were just backing up very slowly, and they lost one. Oh, man. They keep getting fired on from a distance. In the blue zone, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, man, this is going to hurt. Look at Sprinkles. Look at his health bar. It's going down quick. He's just going to take the car and go. It's very smart because you have no other choice. Looks like Purpose Gaming even lost one to the blue zone as Steven is downed. Trying to get to run him over, but wasn't able to. And blown up. Blown up. Who was that? Purpose Gaming, I think, looked back and said, no, you're not coming back in. You're not getting in here. So they will keep 3, which is a lot, which is pretty good for what I was expecting from Purpose Gaming. I think I was expecting both teams to lose at least 2 of their players. Purpose Gaming showing us what they can do. SBL in great spot. They got 4 of their teammates still alive. Team 4 hanging along as well. They got 3 of their players. They're looking on holding each other's backs here. Look at that. Nice cover given. And they're getting shot on downward from SBL. Now the next circle is down and to the east. 13 is in a tough spot. They can take the car again, I think, or they're going to have to somehow rotate around. They're getting closer to SBL. SBL definitely doesn't know that anyone's behind him. If they come around, I think Purpose Gaming is going to have an excellent view down on all the players from up here. And that's exactly what they're doing. Shooting down, but they have 0 seconds to make it in the next circle. They're on the far side, so that circle is coming in hot. As you can see, they dropped their guns and made a run for it. Oh man, this isn't looking good. This is hurting a lot. As all teams now are just trying to make it in for the next circle. Team 17 on the right. All 4 players. Oh man, Purpose Gaming getting knocked as they are hurt from the blue and hurt from people who see them. FG, look at this. All alone, has this nice little hut for protection. Getting some knocks. Can he get all of them on DSG? Except one. Here's one on the other side. It looks like they have another one here actually. That can revive. Oh. All the smoke is gone. DSG got lost 1, but they are able to stay alive with 3. Unless they lost 2. Can't see the other player. So I'm going to take a look. Ooh, we got lost a lot. As EXP is down to 1 player. 17 still has 4. 1 knocked though. And so is DSG. 2 knocked here in the back end. I think one of their players has to come back and heal up. Ooh, and that's it. Nicely done. Great game to SBL. Great job. They got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kills. Jeez. Nice job getting that #1 spot and the kills. Courtney looks like she's already got the room next, so make sure you head over to the room and get started. We're going to start these things off very soon. It's always one right after the other. We don't like to wait. We like to see the action. But let's focus down on number 2 as DSG. They are here and they play with us on these Sundays as well. They got 6 kills, very good amount, and getting that 2nd spot is going to help their ranking. EXP, they got the 3rd spot. They get 4, 6, 8. So 8 is very good, especially getting a top rank on the top 3. Now let's see how these other teams have done. We got a 4th spot for FG. They got 0 kills, kind of tough, especially when you had on 5th Purpose Gaming, doing a lot of good damage. I'm sure they had probably one of the top damage giving teams. They got 10 kills, it kind of shows for it. 6th place with G25. Now that is a lot of kills. Look at that. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 kills, close to the #1 team. And they didn't make it that far, so it really shows how much damage they did early and in the middle and near the end, but not all the way. So Team 7, they got down to one player, Shane, very early. It looks like they lost one of their players in the transition from room to game. So it was tough for them, but they got no kills. So very tough moment for them here. If you guys can, we're gonna look through all of these. We want to keep the stats uptight, so we can tabulate them for you guys and have at the end all the standings perfectly formulated. D&D, nice job with 5 kills there. Jake, JN, that was a squad wiping team that did 2, and they got wiped from PG, even though they were facing G25. So they were facing off some top tier teams, and they were very close to winning it all. I thought they were. It looks like the momentum was going their way. So congrats to JN as one of the new teams, definitely making a mark here. SGE, Jokester, we've seen you before, 5 kills, always performing well. And F8, even though they came in last, they got 3 kills, which is kind of hard to do. But good job, Ken, there. So we're going to go and continue. Make sure you hit the record button. Sorry, lost my words. Hitting the record button so we don't lose any of this. I don't want to lose any of this stats. So if you guys can also keep track and help me with these by hitting record, that'd be great. Very hopeful. Courtney keeps on asking me to get in the next room. We'll be there in a sec. I don't want to miss this. So hit that again just to make sure, and we'll move on. I'm going to hit continue here. And let's see. Courtney should be sending me a room invite soon. We're going to be right back, and I'll see you soon. We'll play some music while we're at it, right? We got the invite from Court.
Baby, it just took one look at you for me to change my one drink order to 2, like we already knew each other, like we've been talking all night. About a minute into our first dance, we got blindsided by your friends, all in a hurry like you had to go. Didn't they know you can't leave someone? Girl, you can't leave someone in the middle of a dance floor all alone, in the middle of an old school country song, right when I was just about to lean on it. Why'd you have to go then, baby? In the middle of the glow of a neon light, it shoulda, coulda, woulda been the night of our lives. Girl, it ain't right, no. How you gonna leave me right in the middle of a memory? We were gonna dance till they shut it down. People'd be staring while I spin you around, thinking we were so in love, yeah. They wouldn't know we hadn't even hooked up. I'd get your number and I'd give you mine, and we'd be hanging out tomorrow night. But now I don't know where you are. I'm under these lights right here in the dark.
Alright, I just wanted to talk about what went on last game. It was very impressive to see all these different teams perform, especially the new ones. JN, I couldn't say enough about how well they did. Let's take a look at their players as we focus in. JN, let's see where you're at, huh? If you guys are in, I want to see you guys and see how well you guys do in a normal match. I mean, all these teams, they usually do really well, I'm guessing, in Classic. And they typically, you know, if you do well in Classic, you do well in the tournament. There are some differences according to strategy and figuring out what you want to do between the two different sides, I guess. You would say one's for tournaments and one strategy is kind of for Classic. Playing against different teams and understanding the teams that you're performing against or participating against is half the battle. So if you can get to know the players that you're facing by doing your homework, essentially, just like, I don't know, like a LeBron James might try to research OKC in order to figure out what they should do best. So that's kind of the idea, and I think a lot of these teams kind of do that and do their homework to kind of figure out, what should I do? Should I move into the next circle at this point? Should I take the car? Should I not take the car? Should I swim over to the other side or take the bridge? These are kind of the decisions that you typically make on Classic and that are already ironed out or should be ironed out before you even start the next match in a scrimmage, knowing the other teams around. So just giving you guys a heads up on what kind of things some of these teams might be thinking of as they play. Great job by some of these teams. I know G25 had a lot of kills. Team that won, I think SBL, if I'm not mistaken, they had 12, or SGE. Sorry, I can't remember, but I have, but they got 12 kills, which is definitely going to help them because they had the top amount of kills and they came in #1, so they are leading the pack. Again, here's JN, and we are just getting started, so I didn't even have time to do that. I'm glad everyone just jumped in. So I'm going to drop this music, or ad. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of ads, but I'm not willing to pay to cut them out. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'm just playing. So we got this first island. You guys know how PUBG works at this point. We'll see what teams kind of want to take over at this point. Maybe they might want to change their strategy in order to compensate for what they've done earlier. Some of the top teams might want to play it more safe in order to keep their top spot. Some of the teams that didn't do so well might want to be more aggressive and try to get more kills to kind of make up for the previous match. Other teams might want to do nothing. They say, I like to do the same thing, and that's just the way I play, and that's completely fine. Whatever is comfortable usually works for teams, but you also have to understand what the other teams might do, and some of that has to do with the circle. So let's take a look at the circle as it comes up. A diagonal, upper diagonal plane ride, a little off kilter to the left. So it'll be interesting. A lot of people probably jumping even at military base, Novo, Primorsk, and Georgia Pole entirety, I imagine. Now, Pachinki, I always find this interesting for Pachinki. Pachinki's the hottest spot, obviously being in the middle, but no one lands there, typically. No one lands there, and it makes it a nice spot, usually. Now, you might be afraid because you don't want to lose points just because you dropped that Pachinki and you die immediately. So we'll see. Let's see if anyone drops there. Look at, wow. Actually, before I say that, look at all the teams on the lower end of this plane ride. Almost all the teams have already jumped. That is crazy. And there's like no teams up here. You have like 3 on the northern end. So you got a lot of teams. It looks like going to Milta or different houses along the way. Very interesting. It's not usually a drop spot. I'm thinking only one team went to Novo out of all the teams that drops out. So actually there are a ton of teams that drop north that just waited to the last second. I think we might see some going to Zarki. So let's focus down on team number 1 as they are right next to team 6. They didn't find a car as team 4 kind of took their car as they're driving around. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Shane looks like he's flying again. Oh, that's odd. Let me focus out. I don't know what to say. Has anyone seen this before? Is all of Team 1 doing that now? He's prone. He was, because of the car, he became prone. And maybe he's, I don't know. They're looting him. So he's down. Or not. I think they see it too. What is going on? They definitely are confused, and so am I. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on there. Look at this. I'm just more intrigued. Alright, so he knocked them and killed them. So I have no idea why that happened. Probably a glitch in the game of some sort. Another one of Team 1 is right there over at the house, Naked Nest, and it seems like he might be the only one left. Two of them, Naked Party Tricks and Naked Nest. Let's take a look at 11. These are the Wolverines over here, as they head to Watertown with team number 2, which is Off Esports. We haven't seen them today until right now. Looks like they're moving back. It looks like they don't want to attack Team 2. They might even know they're there, which is why they're kind of leaving it early. I don't think they thought they looted it all or anything like that, so I think they're going to play it more safe and try to find another place. One that's not already preoccupied, especially since they lost in their first battle on the first match. So I think they're going to think of the survival over, and that's kind of the mentality change that some of these matches may have. Is that you might want to change your strategy based on how well you did in the previous match. So let's take a look at 17 here, SBL. They are the ones that won, if I'm not mistaken. And they are fighting against Team 9. Team 9, DSG, they came in second, if I'm not mistaken, yeah? And if that was the case, then this is a 1v versus 2. Or first place, second place from the first match. So 17 has kind of circled them, and I'm gonna kind of show you what I mean by circled. So here's Team 9 right here. Team 9 is in these houses, these buildings, and these two, one on the left and one on the right. Now Team 17 is in this, which I think is a police station, but you know, don't quote me on that. And then they also have the compound here, this 3-story. So they were surrounding Team 9, but it looks like Team 9 now is getting out of their center and moving more toward their side to one of them, which gives Team 9 an advantage against these two players on 17. Now, that being said, the rest of Team 17 now pushing to their teammates to make it 4v4 again, which is very good movement, good transitions. Team 13, PG, Purpose Gaming here. They're on the opposite side of the street. I think everyone's at this point is just looting. I don't even know if they have an idea that they're there, quite frankly. And Team 10 is over here. So North George has been a very popular spot here. And I thought no one was going to come up here, given all the teams that landed south to Milta. It's a very quiet game. Team, DSG walking into it. As Team 10 is right here. He's just in there. Another player on Team 9's here as well, so that gives it a little protection. But Team 10 is right on the next door, and they must hear each other. There must be movement on both ends. Shooting down, almost getting a knock on Easy Eats. Here's someone on the corner here, trying to see through the windows as Current is down. Looks like that was done by Bat. Ooh man, 2 of them are knocked. This isn't looking good here for Team 10. As they're going to make their way up the stairs. Team 10 now pushing up. Ooh, Oh boy. Just trying to follow along here. Ooh. And we are, let's go back to Team 10 though. I want to see what happens there. Oh boy, I need to focus. 10. There we go. They got the roof, they're waiting for them to come up. Oh, they're getting shot in the back as they're on the hill as well. For Team 17, Team 9 is still in the building. But they get 2 knocked on Team 10, and Team 9 Easy Eats gets the easy kills here. And DSG able to take advantage of those knocks and get them for themselves. Reaper Company pushing farther and farther back until there is no more room back here. They got 2 players left. I don't know what their plan is of attack here, as they've been pushed all the way until there is no more. Team 17 now, they're still up there shooting down on them, and it looks like Jennifer is trying to get back at them for all those damage they put on to their teammates. So it looks like they're facing off against 2, as DSG is also fighting up there. It looks like they're getting 2 eyes, one up to the hill and the other to this building against RC, Reaper Company. DSG has 2 kills already. That helps their stats especially to get to that number 1 spot, because they could be on track to do so. Look at those 3 flares. Look at 3 planes rides over the 2. Let's focus on other teams, as we can't stay focused on the same team forever. Let's see teams that are really close. 4 and 14, they're pretty close. Not that close. So I think I might change in the immediate future. It looks like he has a scar in the hand. It's a nice weapon for consistency and average velocity, but you know, you'd rather get an M4 or, in my preference, a DP, but that's just me. Looks like Team 1 has been knocked out. And so Team Naked is not getting that top spot in this match. Team 10, let's go back over here, because this is where 4 different teams are facing off. This is the PUBG that we all know and love. Having so many people third-partying, causing mayhem all around. What we like to see. So let's take a look. Let's look particularly to this area, as Team 10 is right on Team 9. It looks like Team 10 just got wiped. Team 10 just got taken out by DSG, as they got 2 of their people early on, and they just finished off the rest. Good job from DSG. I think they take all 4 of the kills. 2 kills from Easy Eats. Yep, 2 kills from Easy Eats and 2 from Bat Main. So great job there. Let's focus on Team 13. They're hiding out in the house here. That next circle is going to be tough. I don't know. You're going to have to move. Find a car or find your feet to make your way over, and maybe get out to South Georgia Pole if you want to avoid all of this. Team 13, I wonder how they're rotating. That's very interesting. They're taking the fields, and they know people are there because they've been battling them for the last 5 minutes or so. So let's see what it really looks like from an aerial view. As Team 9 is across the street, because they're trying to make their way into the next circle, as well as Team 13 is kind of following along. They're hit with the blue zone pretty early, and all teams are making their way over close to 60. Oh man, he's already in the red. He's going to need to heal up. He doesn't want to do it in the middle of the field, so he's probably going to heal up right there. Nope, he's going to keep running. Maybe he has nothing. If he has nothing, I don't know. But Team 16, they're going to take the water, it looks like. They're going to swim over. Now everyone's pretty spread out, because everyone's just thinking, I got to get into the next circle. It looks like Team 13 found a car. Purpose Gaming, good job. and they'll make their way in. Let's take a look at other places around the map. Next circle is around Pachinki, Gatka, and Quarry. It probably won't be a military base finish. We got so we got a lot of good teams here. They kind of spread out now. Trying to find their next way in. Almost all the teams except for 2 are in the next circle. So expect to see a lot of cars and vehicles, just like Team 17, even though they're moving away from the next circle. We got a motorcycle here. That bear costume, it's so great. I don't have one, but it seems amazing, and it looks like a ghillie suit, to be honest. I don't know how it's not considered one, but it should be helpful to compete. I mean, just lay down in the grass. It look, brown, and on the grass, it kind of seems like brush to me. So he's running right next to Team 8, but they kind of like sort of Team 8 right behind him, taking some shots onto him. He's knocked. Team 8 just came in with like a ball of fire, getting 3 knocks, and that they didn't finish off Team, was it 5? TUF didn't finish off that team yet, as all of them were knocks, but their other teammates aren't around, so they might be a little weary to loot the bodies. They're just making sure that the other teammate's not around. They can take loot here because it's nice cover with the truck, but I think after a while they're just going to think, alright, this place is clear, we're going to loot. So nice shot from SGE. As you know, Jokester always performs, so very good from the whole team. They are doing a really good job getting those kills. Team 17 now making their way in. Team 13 on top of another team here that seems to be driving on a boat. Oh, Stevens gets knocked. Purpose Gaming, pretty much the only one left on the team. If you can get the revive, that'd be great. But there's someone coming up. Oh, that's an interesting move there. Xenity, sorry, I can't pronounce it correctly, is in the back, so like trying to get some nice shots in. Oh, but that's not the only thing Russell would see is the head, and that's helpful to just shoot the head there. So luckily for Purpose Gaming, they can get 2 revives. Interesting to take the boat over with this space. Maybe they were going along the water and unfortunately ran into them, which is most likely. But great job from Russell, able to hold up and win that battle. Keep his teammates too. Got 2 more teammates. Doesn't get much better than that. So we are going to take a look at Team 4. It looks like there might be some teams that want the drop. And Team 4 is one of them. Conform. So they're going straight for it. Some of their teammates are already there, ready for the pickup. Let's see if we can see what's inside. It is an MK14, and that's one of my favorite guns. If you can use that for a sniper and as an automatic weapon, you can use it for burst. It's very powerful. What I like to do with it is make it into a sniper and use the burst function to get multiple shots on long distance. It's pretty baller, in my opinion. So it looks like, I don't know if anyone took it yet. Let's see. Yeah, they did take it. I guess that's not in, oh no, they dropped it. It's right there. I don't know. Let's see if that works out for them. It's not what I would have done. Cool design on the car. Let's see. Team 8 going a little bit beyond the drop here. They might be going to it, and maybe they thought it was a possible way to go, given the smoke is coming up. No, they're passing by. They're not going to take a risk and take that drop. Team 20 right next to another team. It looks like maybe 3 teams all around. As War is battling it out here. As a JN, they have the outside part. They are in the circle. Oh no, they are not in the circle. They're gonna have to make their way in. There's a lot of smoke and a lot of blown up cars as they are going. As War is reviving a lot of their players. SBL is in the best spot. They got the houses here. And they can look down and see and fight against everybody else. SBL has 2 sides. Oh man, Sheriff is down at the corner. No one else is around for him. Where's the rest of the teammates? Oh, they didn't make it. He didn't make it. He got shot out. I think it was by SBL. SBL got 1 knocked by War, but they got 1 knocked as well, so they're going to be trading knocks. Ooh. What team is this? This is JN, right? Yeah, JN is hitting SBL from that tree. They were just getting hit by War, and now they got third party by JN. Looks like they're getting the revive. Yep, Zero just got revived. Happens is in trouble, but Karma is right there, possibly. It looks like they will be able to do so, as they have the smoke and the car for protection. They get Sheriff up, which, very impressed by that. Nice job getting him up. He was in the middle of the field. It looks like War got kind of preoccupied with their own knock and SBL in the back. So Sheriff was able to get back up, and they have the hill for a nice spot. War is fine, but they're going to have to get out of this warehouse somehow. And there's only 2 ways out of it. SBL Agony on one side here. It looks like SBL is going to take that car and maybe have his teammates run back here. Yep. So he's looking all around, trying to find a nice spot. JN still doing some shots, but Agony gonna head out. It looks like they're gonna take the car and drive. War sees shots. Do they have a car in here? No, they don't. They have a car over there, but it's blown up, and I think another one as well. So their best bet is to run it in to the next circle. The next circle is far away. I don't know how JN or War is gonna handle this. They're fighting against each other. But that's not going to help them get into the next one in 20 seconds. Oh, luckily JN. Look at that. I misspoke. JN had a vehicle. War does not, and they're going to run it until they do find one. There's an airdrop right here. Against 4. It's not what I want to see though. Let's take a look at Team 6. As they have Team 5 in their same complex. Just TUF, it looks like Black Ops. He's running without a gun. I don't think he knows he's there. He doesn't. And it became pretty obvious. And gets completely knocked out. So let's see what the rest of his teammates do, because he did have teammates here on the edge. Dom is just poking and like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. Along with MSS Neil. So good job getting a kill there by Black Ops, especially when he's all by him lonesome. So now it's a 2v1 situation. Neil is getting heals up. Looks like he needs to use more bandages to get that up. TUF still in the corner. They might try to battle it out, but let's take a look at what else is going on as Team 11 is fighting against Team 2. He doesn't see him. He doesn't know they're more to the left. Oh, there we go. He might have saw Rancid. Looks like Off Esports has thrown some smokes. They seem fine. They got a car, a vehicle to get out. looks like they are moving their way away from them. So, Team 11, the Wolverines, have lasted longer than they did last match. Good job for them. They are moving their way into the next circle, and the next circle is going to be all the way to the west, or the east side. Teams 19. They might see from a distance, but they're not going to get much done there. Let's focus in on this area. Team 20 in the red zone. I don't know how their health looks. Let's take a look, as they are in a lot of trouble. They got a lot of kills, but they are in a lot of trouble. They are just running it. That's why they don't have a car. That was right. They were in that warehouse, and they blew up all the cars. JN blew up their car, and they were fighting also against SBL, I think, and they both drove away. So now they're in complete trouble here. They have 45 seconds to make it into the next one, and then it starts all over again and moves closer to the center. Luckily, the circle is kind of in their favor here, as they can move into the next one, and the next circle will be slow, but they got to make it there in the first place. So let's take a look at 6, as they're trying to maybe drive away with Team 3 right there. Dom is knocked. Take a look, more of an aerial view. Neil is there to heal. G25 though, right on their heels, as they are looking. One with a DP, that's such a dangerous weapon. Dom was able to get revived, but both of them could use some meds, as none of them even have half health. Shooting that door down. G25 making sure their presence is known. Looks like they're trying to cut around. G25 with all 4 of their players. This should be a win for them. Hi guys, thank you for joining in. We have the Naked Sunday scrims here, and G25 is what we're looking at right now. It looks like War just got knocked. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, War just made it in the next circle. They just made it in, and I think what happened was War fired on G25, and G25 just turned around and shot right back at him. That's the danger of shooting with no cover. Even if you see the other team, you might want to wait. So G25 is facing against 2 different teams here. JN from a distance and FG. Now it looks like they got their heels up, but they're shooting through the window. And that's it for FG. Great job from G25 to push and then get out of that fire from the top. JN has 1 knocked. Let's take a closer look over here. Team 4 really spread themselves out thin. Team 17, this is going to be interesting. They're battling it outside of the next circle. Luckily, they have a minute and a half of time to get out of there. But any longer, it's going to be an issue, as that circle is going to close really quickly on that angle. Off Esports, they got 2 knocked, and they haven't revived anyone yet. I don't know why Roger hasn't made his move yet. It would make sense at this point to do so. Maybe it's just in hindsight, as we can see everything. Oh man, SBL Agony gets knocked by Experience, so that helps out. Off, they get the, oops, sorry about that guys, they get the knock here. Well, I mean EXP gets the knock, but Off gets the kill, and it's all about the kills. Great job, great strategy. Third partying, baby, that's what this game's about. So Off is able to finish them off as well, and they'll loot those boxes before heading out, I imagine, unless the 20 seconds isn't going to be enough. So now we're down to 4 different teams. You got Team 2, which is Off Esports, Team 4, which is Conform, Team 3, which is G25, and Team 19, which is JN. That's my new favorite for the day, as they are completely new and they are showing a lot of promise. Team 3, let's see what they're up to. they got the nice hill up here. It is the high part of this circle. There is good cover with the trees. No rocks, or there's one rock right there, but typically you want to hide behind rocks because they're a bit wider and easy to get behind rather than a tree. But the hills cover is nice too. So they might see JN as he just got his sniper out. Takes a shot, misses, just misses. Gets the hit there and gets help from his other teammates against Athena. Great job from Bullet. See if JN can recover, as now it's 3v4. Throwing smokes over there, and I guess that can be their trail to make it around. Let's see how they do this from a more third-party view. So G25 is taking the lower end of the circle here, or hill. They got a few knocks. They're still all good. They don't have anyone hurt yet. Sheriff and Athena are full, except just right now, Sheriff just gets knocked and killed. Athena is the only one left. As new smoke means Athena is right here, and that gives way. Jake. Some people from G25 just got knocked. Is it the new Iron Sight guy in the back from SS? I think did some damage. I could be wrong. Maybe it was Jake. But that slowed down G25 for sure, as they're trying to throw smokes in order to safely heal around. They will thirst him. We still have Athena in the back, just waiting for the right moment. It looks like EXP just pushes. The smoke is so thick, it's hard to see everything. Look at that. It looks like they did get Athena and finished. Oh no, they didn't. Athena's over there in the corner. G25 finally. Oh, look at that. EXP saw Athena, killed him, and then G25 killed the EXP. Way to go. If EXP did not finish off JN in that particular moment, JN would be in second. EXP would be in third. So wow, look at the top teams and how many kills they have. They got 16 from G25. We got 11, 16, is that 20? That can't be right. 20 kills from EXP. 20 kills, guys. There was roughly 70 teams, 70 players total. They got 2/7 of the group. That's incredible. JN only with 1 kill, but they survived long enough, and they look like they did really well. Off Esports got 2 kills. Let's see. Let's go down the line here. SBL with 0. They got the #1 spot, I believe, in the first match. So having the 5th is not so bad. But G25 really showing their kills, and they got a lot of kills earlier too. I'm sure that put them to the #1 spot now. 6th place with FG. They got 4 kills. War with 5, 6, 7 kills. And coming in 7th place, that's kind of tough to do. 8th with Lightfoot getting 1 kill. We got OKZ with 0 at 9th. We got TUF with 1. We got PG with 3. 12th place goes to SGE, which is Jokesters, got 1 kill, and Timbit with 2. Easy Eats and Batmain, they got 4 kills. They were the ones in Georgia Poll that did a lot of good things against, well, we'll probably see them, if I remember right. I think it was RC, but I could be wrong. LMS with 1 kill from Psycho. And that kind of wraps it up. So a lot of kills on the top 2, I would say, mostly top 2 teams. And then some tricklers here and there. So G25 and EXP definitely doing some work. So you guys, as always, can you please record this spot? I'll try to do it as well, so we can have all the stats. So I'm going to go through this a little slow. If you guys can record, that would be wonderful. Hopefully we'll get it all, and then we'll move on. Thanks, guys. So now we're going into match number 3. Match number 3, I think G25 and SBL. Those are the two teams that got number 1. SBL in the first place in the first match, G25 in the second match. Those are the two teams that are fighting for first. Given that SBL finished, I think, without any kills and came in 5th, unless they got 1 kill, it's going to be tough for them to get that first spot because G25 did have kills in their first match. So they could turn around by getting a lot of kills here, but we'll see how that goes. Ooh, Angler taking my spot. By the way, guys, there's going to be 3 streamers for these matches, and they already are streaming. You have FX Angler, part of Full FX Gaming, really good streamer. Definitely follow him. He's on Omelet. He's on Twitch, I believe, as well. On Omelet, his tag is FX_Angler. So that's FX_Angler. Follow him if he's watching, which I don't think so because he's streaming. It'd be tough too. But if he's watching, definitely put your name out there, Angler. And if you are watching this on us, the people who are watching, follow him if you can. The other person who was streaming, and I think he's going to come back in, is Jaguar. You guys probably know Jaguar if you know the gaming beast. He's Jaguar Paul, so it's Jaguar X Paul. Those two are going to be our streamers, definitely for the upcoming Sunday scrimmages, along with me. Definitely follow both of them, and we'll add streamers along the way. I think there's other potential people who would want to do this. If you are interested in streaming our scrimmages, you have to ask me on my Discord. Discord is on my profile, so go to my profile on Omelet or Twitch if you're watching this from Twitch. Hit the Discord link. You'll see naked as the emblem, and that's when you know you're in the right spot. You can register your teams for scrimmages. You can ask me any question, and one of the questions may be to stream. And the other questions, feel free to ask. We're always here to help. So yeah, if you want to play and participate against these top tier teams, and kind of show yourself and make a name for yourself, you can do that through our Discord as well. There's a place to register your team. We are also holding tryouts for our team as well. If you'd like to be part of the Naked crew, we have spots available, and we hold tryouts. So register yourself if you want to try out. We have an application process in the Discord. So we're getting the teams back in. We got 59 already. It's quick. Thanks, guys, for kind of following along. If you guys follow me, I'll follow you back. Just by watching, I'm going to follow you. I like to see what you guys are doing and the different streams. I like to see how other people do it. It kind of gets me ideas to figure out how to make this better. And kind of take away some of the technical issues that we may have, which happens, but it's tough to avoid because it's just the way it is. But we try to avoid that as much as possible. We have Naked Party Tricks going to be watching as well, it looks like. What else do I want to say? Who won the first game? I think it was SBL. I have it recorded, so I'll be sure to. So I'm just looking at the chat and Omelet, guys. If you want to ask me questions here, you can do so, but I might not see it quick enough. Again, if anyone's watching, which I appreciate you guys, if you guys are watching and you guys have access to that Discord link, if you can put that in the chat. Usually our own will do that. I just want to make sure if you guys want to do that for me, I would love that. I would be very appreciative. Let's get my Discord link into the chat so people can have easy access to figure out where to participate. Where can I find these? Where can I watch? Where can I find extra content? We'll be posting on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Reddit. We're going to use all of those to post our content. I would love if you guys follow us on Twitter. It'd be very helpful for us to grow. We're trying to grow. We're trying to make this something amazing for you guys, an experience where people can watch their own scrimmages and kind of make a name for themselves. That's kind of the idea of why we're doing this, and also obviously to kind of make new friends and get to know everyone around. We know a lot of people here. It looks like Jaguar is actually participating in a match. I don't know. That'd be interesting. I don't think he is because he's part of. Oh, he's part of JN. That's funny. Okay, now I get it. That's why JN is so good, and that makes a lot of sense. You guys probably know Jaguar Paul. He's really good, and he's part of the JN crew. I wasn't paying attention to names, I guess. So Jaguar is participating. Either case, follow Angler and Jaguar Paul on Omelet. Everyone on the Naked crew, I would love for you guys to follow, and follow each other on the chat. We can make ourselves bigger by making a nice community, help each other out. So if you guys see people on the chat that you like or just think are very interesting, definitely follow them and help them out. So we're going to get this thing started soon. We got 69 people, and I think we have 72, if I'm not mistaken, that actually are joined in. Again, this was a very short notice match. That being said, we're usually starting at 8 p.m. and even though we didn't actually start at 8 p.m., we started at 5. We were able to get all these people who want to play, even though we had given, just today, we noticed that the update for PUBG is going to be happening today at 7. At 7. So we wanted to make sure we were able to do the scrims, and we also wanted to make sure that you guys were going to be able to make it. So you guys all said yes, you all confirmed. It's amazing to have you guys to do this, so really appreciate it. And I know on behalf of all of Naked, we're very happy that you guys were able to do this for us. So we are about to begin. We got 69. Yeah. I think G25 might run away with this one again. They won the last week's match as well. They got the #1 spot in 2 of the matches, and that usually helps with a lot of kills as well. So they are in a good spot. I think, I gotta look back, but I think SBL was the winner of the first match. Sorry, I don't remember. I know it's in the chat, or if you guys can mention who won the first match, that would be helpful. But we're about to begin. Oh, I have left the room. How was I removed? I think Courtney, can you add me back in? Let's see. I don't want to put the password in. If someone can add me, if they're watching, add me into... Oh no! I've been kicked. Oh man. Nothing else I can do unless Courtney is going to restart it, but I don't want that to happen. I don't want you guys to have to restart. I'm gonna see what she thinks we should do. Sorry about that, guys. This is sometimes this has never happened to me before, being kicked. But I mean, you also hear people say I've been kicked, whatever. And that's kind of the thing about PUBG sometimes, but we'll just try to get through it. Wheezy 817, can I join, bro? You can join for next weekend. Join your team in our Discord link. You can register your team after this match for the next weekend. Let's see. Sorry about the technical difficulty. I don't think this is a product of my system. I think it's a product of PUBG. As you guys all know, at times this will happen. It kicked you as I started saying you don't have okay. You hit the room because the update is dropping in 30 minutes. It would take take too long. Alright, well, I think we're going to have to cut it here, unfortunately. Thank you guys for watching. We will have these on the right time, at the right schedule, at the right moments, at 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's right, 8 p.m. on Sundays. We have the best teams, we have the best players, we have the best viewers. Doesn't get much better than that. So, next week we'll have it perfect. We'll have the system working smooth, and we will come back to you on Sunday. The other thing, we might start with 2 qualifying matches before the Sunday match. So that either means we're going to have games on Tuesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday. We'll have all that information on Discord. It will be all there by next week, probably tomorrow, to give you guys all that information. We have so many teams who want to do this and participate. I think if it was going to happen at 8 p.m. because the last minute thing where you're starting at 5, but we had 40 teams who want to participate in our scrimmages, and we thank each one of you. It definitely makes this a little bit more exciting, a little more fun. It gives us a little wiggle room to figure out what do we want to do next with the scrimmages, and that part means I think we're going to expand it into more games. So that means having 2 qualifying matches. Each qualifying match would be 3 matches in each day. Top 10 make it to the final, which would be on Sunday, and the same thing for the next one. So each one, top team, top 10, leaving 20 teams in the final. We're going to start that, I think, this week, and I hope so. For unforeseen circumstances, it might not, but that will be what we have right now. So be ready to register for either 2 days during the week in order to participate for the finals on Sunday. Again, I'm going to give you guys more information on the Discord. You'll have it all, and so you can figure out, maybe what day works for you best and what day works best for your team. And it'll be fun. It'll be great. I can't wait. Honestly, getting more teams involved and having you guys love being a part of our scrims is kind of the reason why we do this. So we'll get it. We'll get it all into you. We want to give you guys enough time to figure out what works best for you guys. So again, I'm gonna sign out. I can't join into the next match. So thank you guys. As always, thanks everyone on the chat for watching and helping me make this great and make it more enjoyable for everybody. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.